Hi everybody, I'm Paul Tran. Welcome to Learning Unplugged, where we mix acoustic music and acoustic learning, and we have a look at different ways in which we can think and do things differently. So let's put the saz down for a moment. Today, we're going to revisit the F word. That's right, we're going to take a look at feedback. More importantly, asking for feedback. Often people tell me they're a little bit wary of asking for feedback because they're not always sure who to ask. What we're going to take a look at today are 7 different types of person whom we can ask for feedback from. And the more we vary this, the bigger, richer picture we get about our behavior, our performance, and what people think of us in general. So let's take a look at these 7 types of people to ask. Let's start off with people who we know well. Yeah, they know you, they work with you, maybe even like you, they know what you're about, how you do stuff, and they can give you real good feedback on that basis. Just be mindful that some of them might not be too comfortable telling you stuff they think you don't want to hear. The second type of person is that person that you don't know well yet. Now, you might get some real good quality feedback from these people because there's no relationship, so they're not worried about upsetting you. There's a good chance they'll tell it just like it is, and that can be really helpful for us. And maybe if we give them something back too, we'll start off a good relationship with them and get more feedback from them, and maybe give them some too. So pay attention to getting feedback from the people you don't know well yet. It's nice getting feedback from people who praise you, isn't it? You know they're going to tell you good things, and that's quite nice. It's also helpful because they may praise you for things you haven't noticed yourself. At the other end of the scale, it's good to get feedback from people who are going to develop you, who will tell you to use your strength a little bit more or a little bit differently, or maybe help you notice things that you do that you'd rather not do. Just bear in mind that when people give us a bit of developmental feedback, they may not be confident or comfortable giving feedback. It may not come out right, but ultimately they're trying to help us and develop us, and they're a really important source of feedback. Now, let's consider the people that we work with. There's 3 types of people we work with who give us some great feedback. It's quite obvious to think about somebody more senior than you. They'll maybe done your role, they've got a broader picture of the organisation, they've got some know-how. Are they always available? So let's think about 2 other sources. You could think about getting some feedback from your peers. These are people who maybe do a role very similar to you. They're at a similar scale within the organisation, within time in the organisation. And sometimes we're so busy being busy, we forget to ask our close colleagues, our peers, how we're doing, what's working, what needs a tweak. So think about consciously getting feedback from your peers. It's also really important getting feedback from people more junior than us. Ask them what it's like being managed by you. If you've got a good relationship with trust, they'll tell you. They'll tell you the good stuff and the stuff that you might want to tweak that might help you in other meetings and other relationships. They may also have some ideas from people who've managed them previously that they could help you with. And they may just see things that your peers, that your more senior colleagues might not have seen yet. So get feedback from people more junior than you too. So there you have it, 7 different sources of feedback. Use as many of them as you can to get a bigger, richer picture of your behaviour and your performance. The more you know about how you're coming across, the more you can play to your strengths and maybe beef up those areas that you'd like to tweak a little bit. Let me know how you get on in the comments below. If you want to know a little bit more about Learning Unplugged and my work in general, take a look at the website ptps.co.uk or the YouTube channel, which is Paul Tran Trainer. Have fun getting feedback from those 7 sources, and I'll see you soon on the next Learning Unplugged.